Okay. Can we hear me now? Should we start over? I think we should start over. I think we have sound now. There we go. Okay. Good morning, folks. Welcome to today, Wednesday. Today's going to be a great day. It's a welcome to the ad-free live stream. My name's Tyler. If you're here for the first time, if you are watching this after the fact, you can jump to the key markers using the chapter markers below. You can find the trades that I've taken along with a detailed explanation of what I was thinking and why. Now, today is going to be a great day. Today is CPI. Today is CPI, and we have a giant candle, as you can see on the screen. So we got to figure out what's going to happen next, and we're going to do that here in a second. If you're looking to take your trading to the next level, no, there has to be something. Okay, you got it. Got it. Good. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. You're messing me up here, John. Just messing with you. If you're watching, if you want to take your trading to the next level, you can use the code DTJ to get anywhere from 50% to 90% off Apex eval accounts. Now, there is one key thing I want to make sure you guys know. Right now, the best way to get the best discount on Apex is to reset your accounts. If you reset your already blown account, you can get those for $35. That's right now their best deal, hands down. It's about a 78% discount. 78% discount if you reset your existing accounts that you've had with Apex. So make sure to do that. Don't buy a brand new one. You don't need to. You'll spend way too much money doing that. So with that, let's go ahead and open up in prayer, and then let's rock and roll, folks. Father, we honor you this morning. Thank you for a wonderful day. Thank you for the opportunity we have as traders, as entrepreneurs, to build wealth through day trading. Lord, I thank you that you have all wisdom, you have all knowledge, and that you give it to those who love you. And Father, we ask for that understanding. We ask for that wisdom. And Father, we thank you that you've given us patience that surpasses understanding. You've given us the ability to wait and not be greedy or lust for more. But Father, we will wait for what you have for us this morning. We honor you. I pray for everyone on the stream that they would see increase, not only in their trading, but in every area of their life. Amen. Okay, folks, let's rock and roll. How's everybody doing this morning? Tony, good morning. Northern, Ted, by the way, I just sent you a message on Discord. I forgot to send you this, and I just did it this morning. I just remembered. I don't know where I just remembered. So you can find that there. John, good morning. Shane, good morning, my friend. It's good to have you. T-Love, good morning. Glad to have you guys. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm sorry I missed yesterday. I had a meeting that I had to attend to for real estate. It wasn't right. I was able to sit down at the opening bell. So I was able to take the 930 model at the opening bell. And we got basically 20 handles, and then I was out. I was done, and I was out after that. Yesterday. So it was a quick trading day. Well, it was quick simply because I wasn't streaming. I had to be quick because I had to leave about 15 minutes after the opening bell. Not today. We're hanging out today. All right, so here's the problem. Here is the problem, folks. Okay. So let me take you to the daily time frame. Right now, the most obvious level for the target on the daily time frame on the Nasdaq is the daily fair value gap. This is the most obvious level that I can see that we should target. Here's the problem. ES has already tagged that level. ES has already tagged that daily fair value gap. This is in the Nasdaq. We still have a ways to go. So, are we going to get there? I don't know. We have ran liquidity. We've swept lower. We have shallow bodied candles. I'm expecting a green day. Now, do we get a pullback? I think so. I think we're going to get some type of pullback. How deep? I have no clue. Maybe the previous day high. I think the previous day high makes sense. Previous day high makes sense for a potential pullback and direction that we may move to. So we're going to look to see how the previous day high holds as support. We will look to see if we can get ES to push above that daily fair value gap that's sitting right there. All of those things are going to be important, I believe. So that is kind of just, if I had to give a quick and dirty analysis, that's kind of what I'm thinking. We really need more structure than what we're seeing right now. I mean, this just is not enough structure. Right at open, we could get an aggressive down close candle. John, I would say that yesterday the 930 model worked well. Today it might work well again as well, don't you think? We'll see. We'll see what happens here. It depends on the candles and how they form, if it runs liquidity before the opening bell or not. So give me a second, folks. I'm gonna get this set up here. Let's add a 930. Took 10 yesterday. Yep. Nice. I'm glad you're liking it. Shane, well, I'm glad you're here today. T-Luff, you passed your 50K. I did pass an eval account. I took one trade yesterday in the afternoon. I took one trade in the afternoon. And, well, I take that back. I had one setup that I played for an eval account, but I got in and out twice and passed it in those two trades. All right, I'm taking a look here. I'm watching this fair value gap. This is our first fair value gap that I see that's obvious, but we already disrespected it. So let's jump to the 2-minute and see if there's a better level. I'm not going to lie, the 3-minute has been looking a lot cleaner than everything else. The 3-minute looks really nice. Just what do I mean by that? We've already hit the data highs. I forgot to mention that. We hit data highs. The data high from, what day was this? From Friday. I left that on there, and we have swept that level. So we could see a retracement from this point. Now, the thing that I'm looking at on the 3-minute is this was our first order block, and look how this candle respected that order block. It's just a lot cleaner looking. And then we closed below this, and now we're coming up into this fair value gap sitting right here, and we wicked into it. Also the monthly opening price level, and we'll see if it wants to continue lower. The structure right now in the 3-minute looks bearish, short-term bearish for sure. This is a bullish day in my opinion, but I think you could get 10, 20 handles to the downside pretty easily. Yeah, just kind of knowing in the back of your mind you have a safety net. Honestly, it's probably not bad to have. I don't know in any case I've ever seen it run 49 handles though, but in that, without getting into the details of what the 930 is, the 930 model. Hey T, how you doing, my friend? Good morning. Hopefully you had a good trading day yesterday. Market's going to be opening up in 2 minutes here. Because of the volatility, I will be reducing my size today. I've been trading with 10 micro contracts. I will be dropping down to 5. I would like this level not to be ran yet. I want to wait for the open. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. That's exactly what I said I wanted to see. I did not want these lows to be ran until the opening price. It did that. Now we ran into the new day opening gap low. We're sitting inside the new day opening gap from January 1st. So this is the first opening gap from the new year. Now, we mentioned that we could see price retrace a little bit. I'm guessing we could see it come down to the previous day high. I would like to see it come down to the previous day high if I was to have a preference. For those of you that are wondering what the heck was I referring to as far as the 930 model, well, I'll just show you the results of the 930 model. I teach this inside the Purpose-Driven Trader Academy. It is designed to be an easy avenue for newer traders to make money and commit themselves to the process of education. So here is the trade that I took right off the open, and you can see right there that we a quick about less than 20 second trade on that one. So if you're interested in that, you can check out the link down in the description for dtjacademy.com. But this is just one of the things. It has a roughly a little over 75% win rate for this particular model if you are interested. All right, I'm still sitting on the 3-minute, guys. I just like the way the 3-minute is looking right now. We got 30 seconds left for an inversion on this level right here. I'm not interested in higher prices yet. I just feel like I'm really not. I mean, we could just have one of those bullish days and we just start moving higher. Actually, I take that back. ICT has talked about multiple times that if the opening range gap is over 120 handles, that we could just move higher. And if it does in fact come and fill this level, it will fill the, actually, hang on. I need to get rid of this. I need to make sure I put this on the right level here. That it will fill the first quadrant, which would be for this level right here. And look how where that first level quadrant lands on. It lands on the new day opening gap below from the third. So we may see higher prices from here. I'm 50. I mean, overall, I'm bullish. I just don't have a narrative on how price wants to move yet. So I'm kind of sitting on my hands and just gonna let price play itself out here. Two green accounts today, pre-session scalps. Nice job, Northern. Hey, you've been doing awesome, my friend, based on what you're sharing. I hope it's staying strong on your end. And I hope it's how cold is it where you're at, Northern? Because it has been in the single digits, and I'm talking Fahrenheit, so it's been probably negative degrees Celsius. I don't know what 7 degrees. Let's find out. Minus 21 degrees Celsius. That's what it's been lately here. Minus 21. No, that's incorrect. It's been 7 degrees Celsius. Minus 13. Minus 13 degrees Celsius to minus 17 degrees Celsius. About, am I saying 17 degrees? Yeah, 17 degrees Celsius, 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, okay, good. I'm not crazy. I'm like, what the heck am I trying to say here? Yeah, it's been very cold here lately. Very cold. Okay, again, we've swept this level. I'm going to go back to the 3-minute. Look at the 3-minute, guys. I really like the way this is looking here. We've been respecting this breaker this whole time. We should see lower prices here. Okay, we got the breaker. Boom. Look at all the bodies staying beneath the low of this down close candle. So I like the way the 3-minute is looking. I might put the 3-minute on the bottom and go back to the 1-minute up here. So the lower chart on my screen is the 3-minute chart. And then we got the 1-minute chart above it. Okay. You're getting in the teens, Ted? Yeah, I bet. We've had a little bit of a cold chill. I do like this. I really like the way the 3-minute's looking. We can also look at this level right here or the low of this candle right here as 2 levels for a breaker. We'll just see where this candle closes. Let me make sure my chart here is going to work, because I'm probably going to trade on that screen. So I'll probably be taking executions on this screen right here. Look how it tapped the new day opening gap high from the 3rd. I mean, we're talking 12 days ago. Because I'm bullish, I'm not taking the initial stab up higher. I'm waiting to see how we react, because we could just blow right through these levels. 3-minute came into here. Let's go. What does a 15-minute look like? We could easily just plow right through this. This is not a bad inversion. I'm not interested in it. Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen here. This is an inversion right here. We're just too high above where it's going to be closing. So it just makes it just too much risk. Too high of risk for a reward here. We can still keep our eye on this 3-minute though. If this 3-minute closes below here, or in between these, in between here, in between this high and there, we could potentially take a long from here, moving our stop to break even once we run these internal swing highs. But we got a minute and a half left for that. And it's probably not going to give that to us. But this is a very, it depends how this closes. Depends how this closes here. But this is pretty bullish. Now we got a breaker right at 9, we have a breaker level right at the midnight open, or the monthly opening price. Sitting right here. Not a bad potential option if we're for the bullish nature. So we have this fair value gap right here. I think I'd be interested in taking a stab long if we can get back down into this fair value gap and we close above this 3-minute here in 15 seconds. I want to see the close above this fair value gap. Okay, there's our level. Let's see if we can get down into the fair value gap. I would want it to reach closer towards the lower end of the fair value gap. This is what I'm looking at. We did tag it. I'm going to wait for a little bit deeper just because of the risk of it pushing lower. If I was to go long right here, that's 22 handles. It's too much risk. It could go without me though here. I mean, it has the structure. It did everything we wanted to do except going a little bit deeper into this fair value gap. And that's what it looks like. It's gonna probably run without us here. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to wait for a deeper move. I want to see if it can tag. The midnight open, or excuse me, the monthly opening price sitting right here. Get down about to there and see if we can go long from there. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. This looked really nice, folks. I really just wanted it to get a little bit deeper. Main reason is this was 15 handles, and that's just the bodies, and I'm thinking including wicks, I didn't want to take a 20 handle loss on my account. So we'll wait for something that gives us a better risk to reward. But I mean, this played out as we expected, just not giving us the entry that we wanted. All right, here's an inversion right there to this high, too small for us. Stop to break even there, and you would be stopped out at break even. So no entry here. These order blocks are overlapping over these two order block. This down close candles are overlapping with this series of up close candles right here. The wicks, interesting. I'm still interested in this level. Shane, you're going to be in Mexico, Costa Rica. That's nice. J Money, good morning. For our fair value gap from the 10th. I'm guessing you're looking up here. From the 7th. 10th. Yeah, we obviously need to close above that. I do think we could go. I mean, I'm bullish on the day. For sure. How we get there is the only question. This could be considered a proportion block right here, closing into these down close candles. We'll see if this candle wants to expand higher right now. I need it to come back down here, folks. I'm not going to go long up here. I'm going to be patient. ES is about to run the daily high. Here's the high, sitting at that fair value gap still. That sucks, is what it is. Now I'm being more picky because I'm already green. So I'm being more picky. I'm not just taking, I could have gone long here at this proportion block. We know the draw was higher. I just wanted to see a deeper retracement into here to basically make my risk to reward smaller. So if I wanted a 10 handle stop loss, that's really what I wanted. I wanted to keep my stop loss at 10 handles. Why is this? What the heck is that? Then I needed to get a little bit deeper into this fair value gap. See where if I was to take the entry based on the midnight open, how my low would have been below the fair value gap. That's kind of what I was looking for. I wanted my stop loss to be below it. It just would have, if I would have taken it here, which I missed it, so my entry would have been closer to here. 10 handles would have been right at that point, and it could have easily wicked down into that and stopped me out. So, or I would have had to move my stop loss, to the low and make that 20 handle stop loss. Now I could have done that. I could have reduced my size. I just wasn't thinking about reducing my size even more than what I already reduced it. So, main reason why I didn't take that setup, but it was called out live. We expressed that it was probably going to move higher, and it did exactly that. LJ, good morning. How are you? I want one more good trade. I want one more solid, clean trade. I mean, this was 100% A plus. I just wanted a deeper entry. That's it. Yes, we started off the morning good. I took the 930 model at the opening price and gave us a nice win on that, and now we're just looking for a nice setup. So if we can get back down to this level, we're going to watch how we react. We're not taking the only way I will take the first stab here is if we get literally, it's a single candle that comes all the way down here. Because when I get those single candles, it's just those are straight up manipulation. Stop people out before we rocket it higher. So that's the only way. If we tick, I'm not interested as much as if we were to aggressively run and then somehow the candle just stops in this fair value gap. That's when I would take my long. Set my stop down here and then hope to see it move higher. But I would want to see lots of aggression. We got 9 minutes till 10 o'clock. Do we got any more news at 10? Let's check it out here. Today is Wednesday. So we had our news at 8:30. We got a speaker, crude oil inventories at 10:30. We got nothing. Now I'm curious on the stream, folks. Do me a solid. I'm gonna do actually. I'll make a. I'm gonna do a poll. Here's the question. I don't even know if I spelled that correctly or not. Hopefully I spelled it correct. Do you struggle with patience? Do you struggle with patience? We got 25 people on here. We got 24 people on here. I want 23 responses. I want to see. Got 8 votes. Let's get up to 15. Come on. Give me yes or no. Do you struggle with patience? We swept liquidity here. An inversion here could be a decent setup, but despite us being bullish. There's another fair value gap here, so I don't like that as much. This would look better. We almost came to this order block. Not quite. We did fill this fair value gap out completely and then closed above it. That's definitely a bullish sign. Bullish signature. Okay, we got 50% of you guys participating. So 75% of you say yes. So I came across this post on X that I thought would be very difficult. But if you could accomplish this, you would solve the problem of patience. You would solve the problem of patience. And that is allowing yourself only to take one single trade a day, whether it's a win or a loss, for 30 days. Now, the goal is not to be profitable. The goal is not to learn your strategy. The goal is to exercise patience, because without patience, it doesn't matter if you have everything else figured out, you will still lose. All right, so this is a nice aggressive candle lower. I'm not taking this short. It's obvious. I mean, if we were going to, we would have wanted it to close way up here and then run for this low. So it's already too large. Each of these levels here on the right of my screen is 10 handles. So those are pretty large. So the point is that with exercising your patience, so you got different parts of trading that create a holistic trader. I'm using the word holistic here. Is this the best way to describe it? There are different spokes to the wheel that have to be in place for you to become that multi-million-dollar day trader, that profitable day trader. One of them is a solid strategy. 2 is proper risk management. 3 is you could do risk management and you could do trade management. 3 is understanding order flow. 4 is, for example, we could say patience. You have to master or become efficient in each of these different areas. So if you can say, all right, for the next 30 days, for the next 15 days, for the next 2 weeks, my only priority, my only goal is to exercise the muscle of patience, because I have to develop it to be able to see that success I want. So you say, for the next 2 weeks, 30 days, I'm obviously want to be profitable, but the goal is to exercise that strength of being able to walk away. That strength of saying, these are the rules that I'm exercising. I took the trade, I'm done for the day, and I'm walking away. I think that with the proper perspective could be an extremely effective way to learn patience. The only other way to learn patience is You take trade after trade, you lose, you lose, you lose. You're realizing you need to wait for better setups. You wait for a better setup, and then you go, wow, this is way less stressful. This is way nicer. And then it starts clicking. But you do it out of loss. You do it out of pain. The driving factor is you want to avoid pain. So there's multiple ways you could go about doing it, but that's, hang on a second, folks. Just realized my microphone was in the wrong spot, and I hate it. If it was echoey, I apologize. I hate echoey sounding audio, so it should be clear at this point. Sorry. Good thing we didn't take this short. Didn't hit that swing low. Just came right above it. Swing high, our next swing high is sitting right here. Right at the January 8th new day opening gap. So we got a swing high sitting right at that level. It didn't give us an inversion here. That's the problem. So we don't have any long opportunities. The only long opportunity we could take is if we run higher, don't hit it, come back down to this series of down closed candles, find support here, and then take a long there. 9:30 or projection as high. Oh, there's 10 o'clock candle. Okay, so let's see what do we get here. Let's throw the fibs on here. Here's our levels. Our one standard deviation comes up to the 5th, right above the new week opening gap from the 5th. I think that's probably where we're going to end up heading. Is it going to happen in the AM session? I mean, it looks to be that way. We'll see if it does. I like this order block right here simply because there's a fair value gap in here. Fifth. Did I miss the 6th? I don't know if I have the 6th on here. Oh, the 5th and the 6th are probably the same thing we're talking about, Ted. I do it based on the day, the prior day when I'm doing it, because that's the number I'm looking at, but it makes sense if it's the 6th. I think that's a safe target, to be honest. One standard deviation typically gets ran. One standard deviation in the New York session from the high and low from between 9 and 9:30, from 9:30 to 10, typically will get ran. So I think that's a decent target. Remember, we got a swing high right at that new day opening gap low. Right there. Also, we've just ran it. Oh yeah, it'll hit the daily, it'll fill the daily, and it runs slightly above it. Alkai, good morning. How you doing, my friend? This swing low for a short down to this, or excuse me, this fair value gap on the 30-second to the swing low does look interesting. If we can be aggressive closing below this 30-second level right here. I'm just going to put that on there just so I can see it. From there to there is 15 handles. But I'm interested in taking longs. I didn't get the signature I wanted in here. It did fill this fair value gap. It did respect this premium portion of the fair value gap. But what would have grabbed my attention is an aggressive candle hitting the order block and then it closing in the premium portion or even above it. That would have given me I'm getting long right here to target these highs or higher. And we just didn't get that. There's the type of candle that I'm referring to. Let's see if it will, what is going to happen right here. There's a tag. All right, I'm going to take a quick long right there. Let's see if it will respect that. Moving my stop to break even to protect my position. This is a free trade now for 20 handles. There it is, 20 handles. From that retracement into that fair value gap, it gave me the signature I was looking for. I could have held it. I thought about it, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of a quick win. What we're looking for as far as the reaction to the candles. Okay, let me go back to the chart. Yeah, it's running right now, but I'm going to talk about the trade that I just completed. Okay, so why didn't I get long here? Because we casually came down into it and we moved higher. What was different between 10:05 and 10:07? Volatility. That was the key answer. We aggressively came to a key level that I had already marked. Look how it respected it beautifully. And then what did it do? It bounced up and then closed. I got in roughly before it closed. That volatility with respect to our key levels, to this order block, tells us order flow is still bullish. And that's where you take your entry. Because if I went short here, or if I went long here, I would have had to handle 10 handle drawdown, which is not bad at all. But you would have had to deal with that risk of it running lower because you didn't see the aggression. So the aggression, the volatility with respect to the key levels is what tells you that it's time now to take her long. So we took her long, ran the high, and I gave up an extra 13 handles. I gave up an extra approximately 13 handles. But I mean, I'm happy. I'm going to be, as far as my accounts go, we're up $2,000 on the day. There's my accounts, $2,000 on the day. You're going to see me log out of it right now. Disconnect. We are logging out, closing my accounts because I said I was looking for one more trade. I got it. I'm not going to push it. What I will do, though, is I will open my eval account now and stick with the same mentality of only looking for those A+ setups. And that's all I'm going to do. And if we don't get one, I'm not going to take it. If we don't get one, I'm not going to take it. Tyler, I'm watching you live, but I'm on the job. Only when I have a spare minute, then I look at you and listen what you got to say and look at my charts. I really appreciate what you do, Tyler. Thank you, Wilhelm. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I understand we all have our responsibilities, and you got to deal with what you got to do. So, I don't know if my brother's on. He may or may not. I doubt he's on. Normally, he'll chime in. But when my brother's on, he's able to work from home a couple days a week. I think it's 2 or 3 days. But he's very cautious on when he's on the job not to take trades. But he waits for either those A+++ type setups. It's like very obvious, very clear. Other than that, he waits till he's at his home station. Because the last thing you want to do is have your focus divided and then take a trade on the job that affects the rest of your day. Yeah, I understand, LJ. 100%. Being able to manage those multiple things is very important. So that really gives you, especially if you got another job, folks, if you can treat trading into segments like I was talking about with this struggle of patience, right? 66% of you said, I struggle with patience. And that's because, I mean, the truth is we all want to be successful right now. It took me 18 months to start making money. 18 months. So number one, give yourself the time. Give yourself permission to start to really learn. Number two, take the time to develop these individual areas so that you're a well-rounded trader. Managing your stops appropriately, managing your risk appropriately, making sure you're getting proper entries when you're taking your trades, making sure you're waiting for just those A+ setups, making sure you're patient, right? All of these different things need to be developed, and they can be developed in conjunction with each other. But when I find that people are significantly more successful when they make it their single focus. For instance, patience, right? If your ultimate goal is to be patient, then that should be the only thing you're focusing on. Okay, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for my one setup. When I get it, I'm going to take it. Whether it's a win or loss, I'm done for the day. That takes a disciplined attitude to be able to exercise that. So for me, you saw me close my trades because I said I wanted 2 trades or 1 on-screen trade. You guys saw that entry. You saw the trade play out. I want to be done. I'm happy with that. That's it. You should make a video about the topic. Which topic, Alkai? Are you saying how you got about having or being? As you can tell, I'm I don't have I don't have the language for it yet to be able to make a video. Apparently, a well-rounded trader, a holistic style trading, focusing on the individual parts, or just patience in general. Yeah, patience in general is a doozy. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on liquidity. I want to make a video on liquidity. I really like. I think there's so much more that we can learn based on liquidity that could just help a lot of people. Patience, I think. I'm also going to be officially putting my story. I'm putting my bullet points together on. I want to actually tell my entire story, not from the day I was born, but yeah. If you haven't heard my story, which I've shared on stream once before, this whole journey started because of a dream that I had. A dream that I had 8 days before my birthday. Now, if you know anything about the meaning of numbers, who knows the meaning of the number 8? We're waiting right now, guys. There's nothing going on in the charts other than it chopping back and forth. Okay, if we are interested in something, here's what we need to see happen. We need to see this level ran, or we need to see an expansion higher, and then again we see price come down to the order block and see if it wants to do the same thing here as it did down here. Okay, but who knows the meaning of the number 8? If you don't know the meaning of numbers, there is so much significance to the meaning of numbers, to the meaning of names. MG, that's correct. It's new beginnings. And so I was in a completely different industry, had a dream 8 days before my birthday. I just, as I'm putting all this together, I literally put 2 and 2 together, and I literally got a little emotional there thinking about it, because that dream was my new beginning. It changed the course literally for the rest of my life. That happened back in 2022. And it is why I'm where I am today. Yeah, I mean, you can, Ted, if you look in the Bible, it's everywhere. I mean, the 50th year is Jubilee, right? You see numbers, the number 7, right? Completion. It took 7 days for the creation story, or 7,000 years is what most people think. But the number 7 is completion. So if there's completion on number 7, number 8 is new beginnings. 5 is grace. That's right. Yep. 3, I think, is unity, or it's in regards to like the Trinity. But that dream happened 8 days before my birthday, and then it changed everything. So I'm putting a whole video together to share that story and my journey of faith, on how faith basically kept me going to become profitable as a trader. I'm excited about it. But there's so many nuances and details, and I'm like, okay, do I want to share this? Do I want to share that? So I'm kind of just bullet pointing everything out so I can making sure I'm concise and not get caught in the weeds when I'm telling stories. All right, so we got this down close candle. Yes, there's a little bit here, but I'm looking at this. We can probably jump up to like the 2 minute. Ooh. 3 minute. Okay, so look at the 3 minute. Do you see the 3 minute all day has been just looking really nice. Okay, so here's a 3 minute. Let's see how it reacts to this rebalance. Now, I do not like that this candle that I'm on right now made the higher high. We could see this run through it. Do you see that? I would have preferred to see this candle, this green candle, create the highest point in the charts and not the down closed candle, which we do have. There's our, let's see if it gives it to us. I'm not taking this long. I don't think it's what I want to see happen. To be honest, I think this looks a little bit better, but it did hit the order block. It does look good. I'm going to wait. I should have taken it earlier. I was second guessing myself because I was on the higher time frame. But it looks good, and it looks like it's going to work. So hopefully you didn't listen to what I was saying and you took it based on this order block. That would have already given you 14 handles. You could close it right now for a 10 handle win. All right, Shane, have a blessed day. Coworker needs assistance. Thanks, Tyler. Excited to continue this journey and thankful to have you here to teach us. Hey, man, I'm super glad I'm here. My goal, my desire is to see believers, Christians, those that love Christ, become financially free. I believe this is the way. Now, all cards on the table. I have not gotten to a place in my trading where this has replaced my income. Trading has not replaced my income yet. Just being transparent. Just being transparent. But I'm profitable. And I cover major bills that we have. So I'm on my way. Ooh, nice. Should get a nice expansion right here. Do we want to play a momentum trade? Nope. No, we don't. Now, if we don't make a higher high here, this becomes more interesting. because we had our opportunity right here. We had our opportunity, as this is our swing point. We have a swing low right here that runs into this order block. We should see prices run higher. But if we don't, that might be our opportunity. Excuse me. We got a 5-minute immediate rebalance right there. That's interesting as well. On the 5-minute highest point, we still got higher prices. There's the daily fair value gap. How far away are we? We're 50 points away. I think we actually go for it. Hang on. I'm going to see how we react right here. We got all these candles. Okay. That's 45 seconds. I need it. If this turns green, I'll be interested in taking a long. But we have there's a lot of time left on this candle that I don't want to take it. I might have gotten in prematurely. 27 seconds left. I'm in long. I'm going to set a 10-handle stop loss right here. Stop loss is there. Let's see if we can push above these equal highs. If we close red, I'll just get out. There's no reason for me to. We got relatively equal lows down here. I'm going to get stopped out probably. Those look too nice to run. Yeah. So I should have gotten in here and taken 10 handles, but I didn't. So got stopped out on that one. Only taking one contract on that, folks. So that's $200. This account is up $2,000 right now. So that was only a 10% loss from my profits. That happens. It does. All right. So aggression here. We may come back down to this fair value gap. That's kind of what it is looking like. If we can get through this level right here, we may run lower. It just depends on where this closes. Let's see how it closes. Yep, there's we still have this tiny fair value gap here. Actually, to be honest, we did not close below this volume imbalance right here. So we closed inside that volume imbalance. So we could still just pump higher from this point. Now, I'm not interested in going long yet because it does look a little heavy. I would like it to run some liquidity. You could say it ran this liquidity right here. Let's see if we have an inversion. All right, we have an inversion right here. So if we can get this inversion, I'll take that. I like that idea. We swept the lows right here. We turn. If we're aggressive right here, right now, I would be interested in that. It doesn't look like we're going to get it. It would need to be in the next candle or two if we're going to see continuation higher. If not, then I'll wait till we get a better entry. But nothing's looking absolutely fantastic. This is not even an A+ setup. This is probably a B+. It depends on how we react around this 1-minute order block. We're still finding support at this down close candle on the 3-minute. You can see that right there. All the bodies are respecting those down close candles. Yeah, nothing really here is grabbing my attention. I'll be right back, folks. That would be your break even. If I'm honest with you, I really don't like taking trades. If I recognize it that we're at the half hour, I really don't like taking trades at that point. They tend to be manipulative. I hate manipulation. Let's see if it gives it to us. I'm not opposed to taking it. All right, so there's the close above. Break even is here. See how it didn't give it to us right there? And then it runs the other way. This is an example of 930. Or excuse me, the example of a midpoint. They're aggressive and it tends to be very reactive in a negative way. Okay, this trade is still valid until we close below this fair value gap that I'm highlighting here. So I just have a standard stop just to kind of have it here in case it just goes ballistic. 8 seconds. Let's see where it closes. It did not close below. That sucks. Honestly, I would have preferred it close below. But because I don't want my stop to be hit. And that looks like that's what's going to happen. So I just don't want to take a bigger loss than I need to. All right, there's the close below. Now, I took this trade reluctantly, but I took it after I expressed why I don't like taking trades around the 30-minute marker, because you tend to get a lot more manipulation. It closed, but it's a clear close. And then we just immediately run the other way, and it just happens to be at 10:30. I see that happen a lot. So just take note of that. Honestly, that could be something there. I don't want to make it. I'm just noting this. I'm not going to take it. Then immediate retrace up. Yeah, I know this is the kind of stuff that I don't like. So 9:30 is a time that I don't like. I'm verbalizing more because I began to notice. All right, there's our close below this fair value gap. I'm grouping some together because we got a lot of volume imbalances here. Let's see if it runs for this low. I mean, it looks decent. I'll take that right there. It did not. That was a horrible fill. I selected it when it was right here. That gave me a 5-handle slippage. Yeah, I would be at break even right now, approximately, if I didn't get this. This is a horrible fill, an absolutely horrible fill. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. I don't like it. I'm not gonna risk that. Again, this is an eval account. I do notice how I change trading when I jump to an eval account. This is not good. If I'm honest with you, it's not good. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, this looks beautiful for a short. This candle right here. Let's see how it closes. Yeah. Beautiful. This is what I want. Watch this candle. Watch it just expand lower. Oh, man. Isn't that funny? Isn't that convenient? There's your swing low that I was targeting. 18. That would have been 20 handles. That's exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, it's a little wonky at the moment. Do you do worse on evals than on your main account? Yes, Tony. If I don't treat my eval accounts the same way I treat my funded accounts, 100%. It's a psychological thing, dude. It's 100% a psychological thing. But I also increase my size on my funded accounts or my eval accounts. Because if I'm going to trade them, if I want to get them passed, I typically want to pass them in one day. That's just me personally, because I know I can pass them. But then because I know that I can pass them, I don't trade the way I should trade them. So then I blow the eval account, I should say. That would be the best way to describe it. Here's a breaker. High, low, higher, high. Now, I'm not interested in the short at this point because we still have higher prices that we could go. This is a 5-minute chart. We would need to close below this on the 5-minute time frame for a change in state of delivery. So we'll mark this and see if we get it here. Yes, David, Apex are $35. It's the cheapest way to get into Apex at the moment. Going off the idea that we swept this liquidity, found support here. If we close below this inversion, I'm done. But I think this looks good for a nice expansion higher. I don't know how aggressive it's going to be, but we'll see if it does it or not. I really want a green candle. I don't think it's going to give it to us. That sucks. That tells us we could see lower. We're 50 points away from the daily fair value gap. This is why I'm bullish at the moment. We're 50 points away from this daily green box area, and to me that is the obvious draw on liquidity. Low resistance liquidity right here. Would love to see this candle be very aggressive through these levels. This was a breaker, by the way. That's why I put that level here. If we can get through this level right here, I'm going to move my stop to break even. That's kind of my goal. Don't close below this. Okay. If this was my funded account, I would have taken profits because I wouldn't have liked sitting in this. So I'm also, the thing that I do with my eval accounts that I won't do as much with my funded accounts is I'll force myself to hold through the trade. So even though I could have made this a profitable trade, I may get stopped out. I may close this trade in the red because I wanted to play out this idea of it moving higher instead of just taking profits at 10 handles. So that's the other thing. Now this close right here may actually do it. We'll see. Yeah, I don't. This is what I'm talking about. This would have been a winning trade for me on a funded account, but because I'm letting the trade idea play out, it actually is hurting me in the long run on an eval account because I'm trying to hold my trades longer. This does not look like it's going to come back up. All right. So that's how you can tell the difference between if I'm on a funded account or an eval account. I really want to expand my ability to hold on to trades longer and to let them run to the stop loss, because a lot of times I won't even do that on my funded accounts. And that's part of the reason why I'm profitable, but it's also part of the reason why I'm only consistently getting 10 to 20 handles. I would love to be able to get consistently 40, 50 handle moves, but that doesn't always happen. All right, let's look at this is still our 5-minute change in state of delivery candle, and we still have not closed in it or below it. Another reason why I was willing to take that bullish move based on this aggression here. So it's just, now you look at price action from 10 o'clock till now, the last hour, it's basically chopped back and forth. And it looks like we are going to get a change in state of delivery here in the next 30 seconds. Oh, did I miss that? No, it just... Oh, I'm on the 3-minute chart. Thank you for clarifying that. I don't have that on there. There we go. Completely filled this 5-minute. There's our 5-minute change in state of delivery. I just don't know if we've hit our key level. We did hit the swing high. We did come back down into this 5-minute order block as well. We tagged it. I'm watching this small little fair value gap right here and seeing if it will respect that and tag the 5-minute change in state of delivery. So we violated and already closed above this fair value gap. I need to say an inversion created right here and us to close below it for me to go short. Or to go long, we can go long off of this inversion right here. Relatively low risk right here. It's just small. That's 3 handles. So I like the size of that. Here's the inversion down here. I need to see it close below if we're going to go short. So I like both of these, to be honest. We are also in the 11 a.m. macro, so we could see some price pump or move here. There's 40 seconds left on this candle. If it's going to move below this fair value gap, I need it to be with less than 10, 15 seconds left. Still too much time on the clock to go short. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get it. We got a 30-second here that's way more obvious. Let's just hope that it closes. It needs to close in this next candle. If it doesn't, I'm probably going to close the trade. This 30 seconds significantly more obvious than the 1 minute. There it goes. All right, so 30-second closed, and as soon as the 30-second closed, we got a reaction. We're still waiting for this move down here. That's going to be my target. All right, there's the target, folks. All right, nice move, nice play. The 1 minute wasn't as obvious as the 30-second, so if I had to go back and do that again, I would have waited till the 30-second closed. So nice move there. Got 15 handles on that trade. And if you look at all this, it's a mess. I mean, there's not very... This would be a nice break. This is a nice breaker. It just hasn't come back up into it. We could easily get some movement lower. Nice job, John. Yeah, that one out of everything, all the other crap that I took on my eval, this one was the most obvious. Again, it's why patience wins. Patience, patience, patience. This looks interesting. Let's see what happens here. 10 o'clock. If we close above this series of down close candles, it turns it into an order block and a breaker. And that would be an opportunity for a long. But right now, I think we do go low. I mean, we have displacement to the downside, so I'm more looking at this as a breaker to the downside. High, low, higher, high. Break lower into this breaker right here. Let's see if it wants to displace. No close inside this 30-second. Honestly, I don't think I'm even interested in this long because we're at levels that it could just roll over. I would want to see displacement here and a touch of this breaker at the new day opening gap and then look at a long from that point to convince me that we are wanting to move higher. This inversion, to me, could fail. We could close right here, stay below these swing highs, and roll over. That's my concern with taking a long from this, from that level. We still haven't technically hit the 5-minute changes. No, we have hit it here. We hit it here. But I'm looking at this as a breaker since we got displacement. Seeing if it wants to come back up to this level. Maybe even this level here, it could come up to there. To me, this looks like ES wants to go higher. I mean, this looks really nice. Low resistance liquidity. So there's the close above the 2-minute. All right, if we close below this 2 minute, I'm going to call it a day. To me, this is just a chop fest. Remember what I said about the 2 minute? I said we could easily run above this 2 minute and still run lower, and that's exactly what's happening. That's why I wasn't interested in taking a long. All right, we got 30 seconds. The only other option would be this 30-second inversion to the downside for the continuation lower, which looks, I don't like that either. Sweep of liquidity right here. Displacement below these up close candles. We really need to see it close below this. All right, T. Have a good day, my friend. Running for this. I'm going to see if it wants to run for this low right here. This could easily, this is a breaker right here, so it could come back up to this level. That looks good for an expansion lower. We need to close below this. Another green candle. Dang it. That's not good. All right, there's your breaker tagged right there. Let's see if we can get an expansion from that. If we don't get an expansion, I will terminate this trade. This is my swing point down here for my stop to be moved to break even. All right, I'm not liking that. I'm going to close the trade. I really wanted to see it expand right there. It's coming back up, and I just don't want to mess around with it. Trying to be more picky on the trade since I was a little loose with my eval account. So we're going to call that a day on this, folks. Keep an eye on this, see if it actually plays out. If it doesn't, I mean, we violated the 2 minute here, and we'll see if you violate the 30-second here, I would completely stay out of the market and wait for the PM session or wait for tomorrow. So we're going to call it a day there, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary on price action here this morning. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll be back here tomorrow at 9:15 New York Standard Time, ready for the market to open again. So if you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'm happy to help any way I can. God bless, guys, and we will see you all tomorrow. Take care.